leaders to drive change within their organization. Here are some real-life examples of how diversity and inclusion leaders can leverage others' influence. Example 1. Engaging senior leadership. Senior leaders have a significant impact on an organization's culture and values. As a diversity and inclusion leader, it's important to engage senior leaders in your DEI efforts. You can leverage their influence by building relationships with senior leaders to establish trust and collaboration, providing data and evidence to support the business case for DEI, engaging senior leaders in DEI initiatives such as sponsoring ERG programs or participating in diversity training sessions, encouraging senior leaders to communicate the importance of DEI to their teams and hold them accountable for creating an inclusive culture. Example 2. Engaging employee resource groups. Employee resource groups can be powerful advocates for DEI efforts within an organization. As a diversity and inclusion leader, it's essential to engage ERGs in your efforts. You can leverage their influence by building relationships with ERG leaders to understand their perspectives and incorporate their feedback into your DEI strategy. Encouraging groups to take a leadership role in DEI initiatives, such as sponsoring events or training programs, highlighting successful ERG initiatives and celebrating their contributions to the organization's DEI efforts. Encouraging resource groups to communicate their DEI message to their peers and the broader organization. Example 3. Engaging external partners. External partners such as vendors or suppliers can also play a role in promoting DEI within an organization. As a diversity and inclusion leader, it's important to engage external partners in your DEI efforts. You can leverage their influence by establishing a supplier diversity program to ensure that diverse suppliers are represented in the organization's supply chain. Encouraging vendors and suppliers to adopt DEI initiatives, such as training programs or diversity metrics. Encouraging vendors and suppliers to communicate their commitment to DEI to their own stakeholders and employees. Leveraging other people's influence can be a powerful tool for diversity and inclusion leaders to drive change within their organization. Whether it's engaging senior leaders, employee groups, or external partners, building relationships, providing data and evidence, and communicating effectively are key to successfully leveraging others' influence. It is also important to develop a comprehensive strategy. A comprehensive strategy that includes measurable goals and objectives is essential to promoting diversity, equity, and inclusion. It is crucial to align the strategy with the organization's mission and values to ensure its relevance and buy-in from senior leadership and employees. Regularly evaluating the strategy's effectiveness and making necessary adjustments is also important to ensure it aligns with goals. Build strong relationships. Fostering strong relationships with stakeholders across the organization is key to promoting diversity, equity, and inclusion. This includes employees, managers, and senior leadership. Partnering with employee resource groups and other affinity groups to understand their perspectives and incorporating their feedback into the strategy can help build a more inclusive culture. Working with hiring managers and recruiters to develop inclusive recruitment strategies to attract a diverse candidate pool is also essential. Communicate effectively. Communicating the diversity and inclusion strategy and initiatives clearly and frequently to employees and leadership is critical. Using data to demonstrate the impact of initiatives and the progress made towards goals is also important. Addressing concerns and questions from employees and leadership in a transparent and empathetic manner is essential to fostering trust and buy-in. Lead by example. Diversity and inclusion leaders must model inclusive behavior and hold themselves and others accountable for creating an inclusive workplace culture. Taking action to address biases and microaggressions in the workplace promptly is necessary. Developing and participating in training and development programs to increase awareness and understanding of diversity and inclusion issues is also crucial. Measure and celebrate success. Regularly measuring and reporting on the progress towards achieving diversity and inclusion goals is important. Celebrating successes and acknowledging employees and teams that have contributed to the organization's diversity and inclusion efforts can help motivate and inspire others. Using feedback and results to identify areas for improvement and adjust the strategy accordingly is also essential. By following these tips, diversity and inclusion leaders can leverage their influence to drive positive change and create a more inclusive workplace culture. As companies continue to prioritize diversity, equity, and inclusion, diversity leaders play a critical role in shaping the culture and promoting positive change.